I just want to get your reaction. What went through your mind when you heard about what had happened in Minneapolis? Here we are again, yet another mass shooting in America.
Yeah, it's just devastating that we're dealing with this American issue, and that it keeps reoccurring, and that we currently are at a point where there's an administration that doesn't even try to help these issues. Instead, we're just getting thoughts and prayers instead of actual action. So it's really infuriating, and it's just so saddening for that community.
I thought it was very powerful that the mayor of Minneapolis said what you just said, using the words thoughts and prayers, saying those children in the church, at the school church, were doing just that. They were praying when this gunman opened fire through the window. For you as an advocate, as someone who has experienced personal loss, how did that shape your advocacy? At what point did you say to yourself, enough is enough? I want to make a difference.
Yeah, after losing my brother, who was shot and killed at church, I knew that I had to do something differently. Myself and my family as well, we all knew we needed to be doing something proactively. So we started different organizations. My mom with Purpose Over Pain for parents who lost children, myself with Brave for youth who want to get involved and try to create change in the community. We just knew that there had to be another way. That there has to be a different world that we can be living in, one where we're not fearing of losing our lives in our communities and our churches and our schools. So we dedicated our lives to trying to create that change, to push for different gun measures, to do community violence intervention, to do just whatever is needed to prevent other families from feeling the pain that we feel and now is being felt in Minneapolis.
Trevon, do you think that the mass shootings that we've seen happen in schools, in churches, nightclubs, concerts, malls, I mean, I can go on and on, are those types of mass shootings, and then we have everyday gun violence that took the life of your brother and your cousin, are they part of the same crisis? Does it come down to simply easy access to guns and weapons in this country, or is it more complicated than that?
It's a little more complicated than that, but they do correlate. At the end of the day, the manufacturers of these guns are the reason that, we're dealing with these issues, whether it's the mass shootings that we're seeing in the schools and churches and nightclubs, or it's the mass shootings that we're seeing in our local communities. The manufacturers who make the money off of as many gun sales as they can get are truly one of the ones leading the catalyst, because they don't want us to try to get those straw purchases where the guns are flooding in to Chicago from Indiana. They don't want us to stop the sale of these high capacity magazines. They don't want us to be funding our violence intervention programs. So the powers that be that try to make guns look more appealing, it attacks the mass shooting, and it also attacks the communities that I live in as well.
Yeah, understood. And you've met with Vice President Kamala Harris, former Vice President Kamala Harris, I should say, and former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, both powerful voices on the issue. What is your message to the Republican-controlled Congress and U.S. President Donald Trump?
The message is clear. The blood is on your hands. You know what you're doing. We know what solves gun violence. We know how to prevent it. It's not sending a National Guard into these communities where crime is already dropping because of violence intervention. It's not sending thoughts and prayers. It is actually putting real pieces of legislation and real resources behind the words and the thoughts and the prayers. So my message to President Trump, to all the Republicans, we see through the lies, we see through the BS. We know what you all are doing, and we know that you're just trying to line your pockets with the blood of our family.
Wow. Well, Trevon, we certainly appreciate you coming on and talking about your work and sharing your pain with us as well. Trevon Bosley, thank you.